Hi there, I'm Todd Wall. I'm with the Drone Racing Club out of Atlanta, Georgia. We're here at the Maker Faire Atlanta Drone Racing Challenge 2015. It's the first annual drone racing event. Unfortunately, we were slightly rained out, so we moved to the parking garage, but I'm here with Cody Matson, aka CodeRed. Right, yeah. So Cody, tell me real quick, what made you decide to get into FPV?
I was racing remote control cars, and a guy came to film a race, and I was captivated by it. That was the first time I've seen anything fly.
Oh, so the drone was filming the race?
Yeah, and I was racing cars, and I picked up the drone and put it down.
You know, I hear that story a lot. A lot of folks out there that are racing, nitro or anything that is a car oriented, or even fixed wings. You know, they easy transition to doing multi-rotors or quads. Now, FPV, as far as a multi-rotor, is that your first FPV experience, or did you do fixed wing?
No,
or anything like that?
Quadcopter was the first thing that I ever flew FPV. I was kind of into the aerial photography thing for a little bit.
Oh, were you?
Floating around.
What kind of drone did you have for that, or multi-rotor?
I had a QAV 400 with a gimbal on it.
Heard that a couple times already. That's good. Yeah.
Yep. And I just kind of got tired of the slow moving. When you're up high, it's really slow.
Right. I mean, it's just only so much small people you can see. Right? So, okay. Well, so how long have you been flying FPV though? Did I catch that? I don't think I heard it.
Probably about a year and a half.
A year and a half. Okay. So, as far as year and a half is concerned, honestly, that's a long time. You know, even though we've got some folks that have been flying for more years, a year and a half is based on the technology, and where it's going. Now, as far as the sport and competition-wise, what do you think about the sport and where it's going?
The racing is getting really competitive. The technology pushes it to the next level. Something new comes out that's faster.
Yep.
It's not just buying the product and putting it on your quad. You actually have to tune it and get it dialed in where it feels right.
Sure, and that's what separates the beginners from the advanced. Those guys like Cody get into the actual tuning or the programming of the multi-rotors and changing rates on how it spins, each motor, the ESCs, how they act, that type of thing. So tell us a little bit about your setup.
This is actually a brand new Voodoo Quads 210.
Great, 210, man, that's great. Getting smaller, aren't they?
They're getting a lot smaller and a lot lighter. This one weighs in at 79 grams.
Wow.
And this was actually the first time that I've flown it.
It's a feather, man. 79 grams.
It is a feather. Usually I race.
That's a unibody, right?
Yeah, okay. It's a unibody.
H-frame, right?
Yep. And it was so fast. I usually race with the 4-cell, and I thought I'd get by with it with this. And I got inside the parking garage, and I just couldn't handle it.
Slow you down, right?
Yeah, I went around the corner, and I just do my little throttle bumps to keep me in the air, and it was right off the
I saw you goosing the sticks, going no, right, exactly.
Yeah.
So what'd you think about, originally you came here and we were thinking we were going to fly in the field, but unfortunately weather kind of pushed us into the garage. We didn't have a choice. Have you flown in the garage before? Did you do that up in Vegas?
Yeah, I went to the Vegas Underground, and that was my first,
Interdrone, right?
Yeah, that was my first serious race in a parking garage.
Okay.
Other than that, I've flown.
How'd you do over there? I don't recall. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, hey, cutting your teeth on that, that's what it's about, right? You got to get started somewhere. Now today, how did you feel about what you did today?
I felt good. I was feeling pretty confident through the whole race. I had good video until the end.
Oh, really?
Video issues can cause problems, but it's just, as of right now, it is what it is, man. It's part of the game.
So in the world of analog video, there's no way to do a bind between a transmitter and receiver. So unfortunately, we have that dilemma of something else creating an interference at any given time. It can be mobile phones, it can be microwave, who knows what it is. So you are a sponsored pilot,
yes,
of course, right? And so who are your sponsors besides Voodoo, right? I mean, that's the main one.
Voodoo Quads is my main sponsor. I also work there, so if anybody calls, I'm the guy on the phone.
That's right. I talked to him. Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, and Pulse Batteries, they picked me up in GemFam.
Did they really?
Yeah, GemFam is they're coming out with some really good stuff.
Hey, because you know what? When you learn to fly FPV, what do you tear up the most?
Props.
Props, exactly. So you will invest a lot into props.
Yes.
Okay. So if you had advice for somebody starting out, what exactly would you say to them?
Buy a cheap one first and figure out how the sticks work. And then once you get more and more comfortable, jump into the FPV, and once you get into FPV, you'll never go back.
Get your bearings straight, then get an FPV.
Yeah, figure out how the arming works. You know, that's my most commonly asked question is, this thing doesn't fly. Well, did you arm it? And most of the time they ask, what is that?
That's hilarious. Yeah. And that's a tech support call to you, right?
Yeah, that's the most common one I get, you know. So
I love it. That's awesome. So, well, you know, like we say in FPV, it's all about building, flying, crashing, and repeating that. So that's part of the lesson learned. You will, if you're buying a DJI Phantom, you don't want to crash. If you buy an FPV racer, you're going to crash. You need to expect to crash. Don't fear the crash. Just get ready to replace props. That's the main thing. All right? Super. Well, appreciate you coming by
and
talking to us.
Absolutely.
All right? Thanks a lot.